I want to talk today a little bit about owning your energy. So, hello, this is Natsuya Sugi, and this is Writing Mental Health for Gothic Androgyn Podcast. Today's topic is I'm an idiot and not stupid, and that's so not my vibe. And so, I want to talk today about making sure not to take on other people's energy. I know that if you are somebody that happens to be sensitive to energies, and then you can feel that it is important to protect your own energy and make sure that you're not absorbing that of other people. So, for example, you may have friends forever, family, friends for a season, but if you find that, you are, in a relationship or working with somebody or being romantic with somebody, and it's all, they're all take, and you're, give, and, you're not getting anything in return, a relationship should be, mutual. There should be a fair give and take between, people. But if it's one person is just giving everything and all the attention and all that, and then the other person is not reciprocating any of that, then it may be a situation where you need to step back and reevaluate that situation and determine if it is beneficial. If you happen to be in a situation where you are kind of dealing with somebody who is negative all the time or complaining all the time, and you're kind of have done some of your own work and are working on through that, like in case you have some negativity that needs to be worked on, or some inner work that you still have to do, then it's not probably the best thing to be around somebody who's going to like zap all your energy. And if you have a interaction with them, at the end of the interaction, you're drained and tired, and have to go to sleep because you have no more energy. Well, in that situation, that would kind of be like you had, an encounter with an emotional vampire, and they were successful at draining all your energy. Now, if you do not know how to protect your energy, then that can have a higher impact. And so I wanted to talk today about not taking on emotions or energy from other people. It can be purposeful. It can, be, oops, it just happened, or, I, didn't guard myself walking into a situation with people who were overly negative, but in situations like that, you need to look at, the relationship and determine, its benefit. If something is just, not beneficial, it's draining, or whatever, then maybe it might be, a moment to take a step back and reevaluate that. And sometimes that can be difficult, especially if it's, people you've worked with for a long time, or, friends that you've known forever, or, even, members of your family. Things like that can be difficult, but sometimes, you need to be compassionate from afar. And other times you just need to walk away. And, that can be difficult, and especially if there's a lot of history there. But in order to move forward and, reclaim a focus on, becoming the best version of yourself, sometimes, situations that may have thrived in the past, need to be left in the past, and you need to move on. And yeah, sure, sometimes that can be difficult. But one of the things that you want to make sure is that you are not owning and claiming, emotions and energy and vibrations that are not yours. If somebody is projecting onto you, and, that's not your energy. Or if somebody is guilt tripping you, or gaslighting you, that's their damage. You don't own that, and you own your reactions and how you go through life, and you should be respectful, and treat people, equally and, with dignity. But if somebody steps to you and is just, I don't know, and is flat out like nagging on you or bullying you or whatever, just, not gonna respect, then if you are in a situation, you need to evaluate, do you still want is that person worth it? Now, sometimes if it's your boss, you may not be able to do that, or, it's a coworker, or, somebody that, you are required to deal with, but then you can reevaluate the way those interactions go. And that's important. And sometimes some people will just come into your space and just, drain your energy because that's why they're there. And that's important to understand too. And so sometimes, you have friends for a season, or, friends for a day, or, that's from the past. But, in order to kind of grow and, become the best version of you, sometimes in order to do that, you need to leave some things behind. And that includes, behaviors that in the past may have been helpful, which are not anymore. Ways of thinking that may have been, old and don't seem to work. But that also, revolves around people, places, and things. And so it's important to take a step back, especially if you're doing shadow work, and you're trying to, become a better version of yourself. That you kind of look at, all of your interactions and your behaviors and the things that you are doing that may not be the best, and reevaluate that and ask yourself, is this helping me or is it harming me? And if it's harming you, well, maybe it's time to let it go. Thanks.